Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Eskemoz. It's your old pal Steven here, and today we're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of taxicabs. But let's be honest, sometimes hailing a cab can feel like rolling dice. You never know quite what you're going to get. But fear not, my friends, because today we're pulling back the curtain on 18 secrets taxi drivers don't want you to know. We're talking tips and tricks to make your next taxi ride smoother than a freshly paved road. So buckle up, because we're about to navigate the wild world of taxi travel together. Okay, let's kick things off with a little secret that could save you a few bucks. Picture this. You've just hopped out of the cab after a wild night painting the town red, you're feeling good, maybe a little bit peckish, and ready to tuck into bed. You go to pay the driver, you've got a big old bill in your hand, and then it hits you, the dreaded, do you have anything smaller? We've all been there, right? So here's the secret sauce. Always, and I mean always, confirm with your taxi driver whether they have change for larger bills. It takes 2 seconds, and it saves you from that awkward shuffle in your wallet as you pretend to search for loose change. Trust me, a quick question at the start of your journey can save you from an unexpectedly hefty tip, or even worse, being stuck trying to find an ATM at 2 a.m. Right, secret number 2 is a bit of a doozy, especially if you're a newbie in town. Navigating a new city can be thrilling yet daunting, and the last thing you want is to be taken for a ride, literally. Imagine this, you're fresh off the plane, luggage in tow, excited to explore, and you hop into a taxi. The city is buzzing with energy, and you can't wait to dive in. The driver, all smiles, turns to you and asks, "So, first time in the city? Been to this part of town before?" It seems like a friendly gesture, a way to break the ice. Seems innocent enough, right? Well, my friends, that seemingly harmless question could be a red flag waving right in your face. It's a subtle way to gauge your familiarity with the area. Why? Because, dear viewers, experienced taxi drivers know that tourists often equal easy targets for a little detour. They might see you as an opportunity to make a few extra bucks. If they think you're unfamiliar with the area, they might just take you on the scenic route. And by scenic, I mean longer and more expensive. You might end up seeing parts of the city you never intended to. Don't fall for it. So, what's the solution? Technology is your best friend here. In this digital age, there's no reason to be caught off guard. Before you even set foot in that taxi, make sure your GPS is fired up and locked onto your destination. This way, you can keep track of the route and ensure you're not being taken for a ride. And if the driver starts suggesting alternative routes, politely decline and tell them you're happy to stick to the GPS. A little preparation goes a long way in ensuring your journey is smooth and straightforward. Remember, knowledge is power. Equip yourself with the right tools and you'll navigate any city like a pro. Safe travels. All right, secret number 3 is all about keeping your wits about you and your eyes on the prize. And by prize, I mean the fare meter. That little ticking clock of destiny can be a source of anxiety for even the most seasoned traveler. Here's the lowdown. Always, and I mean always, keep a watchful eye on that fare meter throughout your journey. Now, most taxi drivers are honest folks just trying to make a living, but there are a few bad apples out there who might try to take advantage of unsuspecting passengers. Some might try to forget to start the meter when you hop in, hoping you won't notice until you're miles down the road. By keeping a close eye on the meter, you can ensure you're being charged fairly. If something seems off, don't hesitate to politely question the driver. It's your hard-earned money we're talking about. All right, let's move on to secret number 4. And this one's all about holding on to your belongings, especially after a long, tiring journey. It's easy to get distracted when you're finally at your destination, but this is the crucial moment to stay alert. We've all been there. You finally arrive at your destination after what feels like a year on the road, you're exhausted, you've got a million bags, and all you want to do is collapse on the nearest soft surface. The fatigue can make you forgetful, and that's when things can go missing. But before you do, my friends, remember this golden rule. Always, and I mean always, double check for any valuables before hopping out of that taxi. Take a deep breath, gather your thoughts, and make sure you have everything. Trust me, I've seen it all. Phones wedged between seats, wallets mysteriously vanishing into the abyss under the passenger seat, even laptops accidentally left behind in the trunk. These items can easily slip out of sight, especially when you're in a hurry. While many taxi drivers are honest and will try their best to reunite you with your lost treasures, some might not be so eager to return that shiny new smartphone. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So, before you bid farewell to your chariot, take a moment to do a quick sweep of the back seat, the footwells, even under the seats. You'd be surprised what you might find. A thorough check can save you a lot of trouble later on. Make it a habit, and you'll never have to worry about losing your valuables again. Okay, secret number 5 is all about taking control of your destiny, or at least your taxi fare. Have you ever hopped in a taxi and felt that surge of anxiety as the meter starts ticking away faster than a metronome at a heavy metal concert? Well, fear not, my friends, because there's a way to combat this: the art of the fixed rate. That's right. In the world of taxis, you have the power to negotiate. If you're on a tight budget or simply don't want any surprises, it's perfectly acceptable to ask for a fixed rate before you even step foot in the cab. This can be especially helpful for longer journeys, or if you're traveling during peak hours when prices tend to skyrocket. However, be aware that this fixed price can often be higher than the metered fare. It's all about weighing the pros and cons. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And now, for secret number 6, we're diving headfirst into the world of technology, where even the trusty GPS can be manipulated. That's right, folks. In this day and age, it's not just about long routes and creative fare calculations. Some drivers have gone digital. Here's the deal. Some drivers have mastered the art of GPS manipulation. They know all the back alleys, the traffic hotspots, and the routes that look shorter on the map, but magically add those extra minutes and pounds to your fare. But fear not, my friends, because knowledge is your shield against such trickery. Always keep your own navigation app handy and follow along with the route. If the driver starts making suspicious detours or claims there's a traffic jam that looks suspiciously absent on your map, politely question their route and remind them you're in a hurry. Now for secret number 7, we're talking about safety first. Before you buckle up and enjoy the ride, take a moment to check your driver's credentials. It's like making sure your superhero has their cape and mask on. You wouldn't want to get in a car with Superman if he forgot his tights, right? Well, the same goes for taxi drivers and their licenses. Always, and I mean always, make sure your driver displays the necessary credentials within the car. Look for an official identification card, usually with their photo, name, and license number. It should be clearly visible, often attached to the dashboard or the back of the driver's seat. It's all about peace of mind and knowing that you're in safe hands. And hey, if the driver hesitates or gets defensive when you ask to see their credentials, that's your cue to politely excuse yourself and find a different cab. Have you ever booked a taxi, eagerly awaiting its arrival, only to find yourself staring blankly at an empty street corner? The anticipation builds as you check your phone repeatedly. We've all been there, phone glued to our ear, frantically refreshing the taxi app, hoping for a sign of movement, wondering if our ride has mysteriously vanished into thin air. The frustration mounts as the minutes tick by. Well, my friends, secret number 8 sheds some light on this frustrating phenomenon. It turns out, sometimes, and I say this with the utmost empathy, taxi drivers have a bit of a knack for disappearing acts. They might be stuck in traffic, it's not always intentional. Sometimes they might get caught up in traffic, or they might have accepted another fare on the way, pick up another fare on the way, or even have to make a quick pit stop for, shall we say, personal reasons. Or even have to make a quick pit stop for, shall we say, personal reasons. It's a common occurrence, especially in busy cities. If your ride seems to have gone off the grid, don't panic. Take a deep breath, maybe grab a cup of coffee and use this time to relax a bit, and try to track down your driver. The taxi app often has features to help you communicate directly with the driver. A quick call or message through the taxi app can work wonders, providing clarity on the situation, providing you with an updated ETA, and giving you peace of mind that your ride is indeed on its way, and saving you from a full-blown meltdown on the sidewalk. So next time, stay calm, stay patient, and your taxi will eventually arrive. And there you have it, folks. 18 secrets of the taxi trade revealed. Hopefully, you've learned a thing or two that will make your next taxi journey smoother than a freshly buttered crumpet. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the world of taxis, a little bit of savvy can go a long way. By keeping these tips in mind, you can navigate the urban jungle with confidence, avoid any unexpected surprises, and maybe even save yourself a few quid along the way. But most importantly, my friends, always trust your instincts. If something feels off, If a driver seems suspicious or if a situation makes you uncomfortable, don't hesitate to speak up or remove yourself from the situation. Your safety and well-being are paramount. Thanks for watching. If you found these insights valuable, like and subscribe for more tips and tricks that make your travels smoother.